Hello, hello. Hello. Okay, we are here. For the folks who are here in the audience, as well as the folks who are joining us on the live stream, my name is Indigo Sparks, and this is Studio Demo. Studio Demo is a broadcast hub featuring New Ink's wider creative community, where conversations, demonstrations, and creative exchanges happen live. And our first conversation of the day, Teens Talk Tech, is asking, are the kids all right with their relationship with tech? In this student-organized Studio Demo Talk, teens from LES Girls Club and the New Museum's teen program join forces for a candid discussion on the complicated effects of social media, AI, algorithms, surveillance, tech-enforced power dynamics, and more. Today we have Maya Smith, a 15-year-old student with a thoughtful perspective on the role of technology in our lives. Today she'll be sharing her reflections on how the rapid technological growth shaping society is not only offering powerful tools for creativity and connection, but also presenting challenges when used as a shortcut rather than support. Maya invites us to consider how over-reliance on technology can limit both personal development and future of innovation itself. Olivia Elmore is an 18-year-old multimedia artist and photographer. Originally from Pennsylvania and now based in East Harlem, Olivia began using photography as a way to navigate and express their identity as a queer person. Through handmade collage portraits and emotionally resonant imagery, they seek to capture what words often can't, offering space for deeper understanding of the self and those around us. Olivia will be attending Sarah Lawrence College in the fall of 2025. Completing our group is Yeshaya, Benknockee. Did I say that? Great. A high school sophomore with a deep passion for the arts and storytelling. Yeshaya has spent 2 years with the Cat Youth Theater Group, creating original plays based on current events and performing on a professional stage, while also acting in school productions, finding joy in bringing diverse characters to life. Beyond theater, Yeshaya is active in the Black Student Union and SEO Scholars Program, and currently participates in Teen Moo, where they explore the lives and work of different artists, bringing themes like what it means to be human to life. You can learn so much more about these incredible folks on our website, demofestival.org, but they are here today, so let's hear them. I'll welcome them to the stage.
Hi,
Hey,
I'm Olivia, by the way.
I'm Yeshaya.
And I'm Maya.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so first thing I want to mention is tech's behavior on the youth. What is tech, and how is it? How does it connect with the youth? How does it connect with the younger generations? First off, it is devices, it's social media, it's ways to learn like TV, all that stuff. But the main problem that it has with the youth is that it's stunting their growth. A lot of kids nowadays can't read, and they can't do math, they can't learn science, they don't know history. Why? Because a lot of the things that they use are from tech. A lot of people are starting their children off with iPads younger and younger. I just saw a video yesterday where somebody was talking about their 2-year-old on an iPad, and they knew how to use the iPad perfectly, but they couldn't speak, they couldn't walk, and they couldn't even read properly. And it's like, why would you give a 2-year-old baby an item where they're learning all these things incorrectly instead of actually teaching them how to use it when they're older?
Yeah, the point you brought up is really funny because I totally agree with it. I totally agree that this generation we're in now, being Gen Z or is it Gen Alpha? Yeah. How they're so used to these technologies, and most of them will choose having their tablets or having their computers rather than picking up a book or instead of like writing with a pen and pencil, typing on the computer. And it's just so interesting how now they won't like move away from that point of view. So
Exactly. Like a lot of it stunts creativity and learning opportunities because when you're always on some type of technology, you never have the time to think for yourself. If you're always scrolling on TikTok with no downtime, all of your opinions and all of your social views will come from TikTok, from other people, and never will come from yourself. And when you're at such a young age on social media and on technology, you're not going to really have the opportunities to know a lot about other things in life because you're always on social media. Like for me personally, I never had an iPad, and so, well, I have one, but that's literally because like after I got out of middle school, my mom got it for me, just like with the phone, because she said she wouldn't let me be on the phone all the time, all day. And I thank her for that because honestly, if I was on the phone all day, I would not be as smart as I am now. Like, a lot of the things I do is revolves around art, reading, and history. So if all my historical opinions or all my societal opinions are based off of what I'm seeing on TikTok or on Instagram, that's not going to help me in any way because if I'm not experiencing it enough to learn about it in real life, what value does it really have to me? And a lot of the youth now, their point of view is, oh, I can be mean because I'm on the internet. This doesn't really matter to me because it's not in real life. This is not going to happen to me. But I'm at a young age. It gives them a false sense of security.
I think that I think it's definitely complicated because while social media can definitely be something that absolutely stunts people's growth, and I feel makes education a bit more complicated in the sense that all the information you're getting online might not always be true. I also do feel like technology has given us the ability to communicate in faster ways than ever before, you know, and while that communication might not always be the most honest or the most real, or kind of to your point, how it gives people kind of this false sense of reality in a way at times. I definitely do feel there's benefits in the sense that through technology a lot of people are able to find communities that they wouldn't be able to find before, and so I don't know, it feels complicated for sure.
Yeah, I get it. It's not a half and half situation. It's more of a gray area because you can help learn and be able to understand more things online. Say you can't afford sign language lessons in person, you can find teachers online or people who's coaching for free, and you could find somewhere that would be able to do that. But at the same time, you need to understand that there is a risk of being online without any sense of security of, oh, this person is right next to me, they can help me when I'm wrong. And it's totally up to you to use technology because it's still a tool. It's just not something you should be fully dependent on.
Yeah, so we've been talking about how being on technology has driven us away from our environment, how we connect to the world. But my question for you guys, Maya and Olivia, is that how do you balance taking pictures or videos for memories and living in the moment?
I personally, whenever I go to a concert or anything like that, I really try not to take pictures or videos, simply because when you look back, at least for me, when you look back on those videos and pictures, it just doesn't have the same effect that actually being there and being in the moment does. And sometimes I'll get a little bit upset because I'm man, I wish I had a video of that moment or something like that. But it never feels the same as actually being there and being in the moment. So for me personally, I really try to avoid being on my phone during I don't know, special moments or things like that.
Yeah, I get that. I take a lot of photos, but a lot of my photos are mainly food because for me, living in the moment is I could capture a few memories on the phone so I can share it with friends or talk about it later. But other than that, I'll not really be on my phone taking pictures or videos because I like to pay attention and be oh, wow, this is so fun, and not sitting on the phone the whole time.
Yeah, I feel I do really bad with this. At every event, I always take my phone out, take a picture, but it's so funny because I don't remember fully of what that event was because I'm like on my phone recording every tiny bit instead of like just sitting down in the moment and just experiencing what will move me in that moment. And yeah.
I feel like a lot of it is about what you do want to see and what you want to talk about later and what you can pay attention to now. Like for concerts, for me personally, if I'm going to a concert and I see an artist that I really, really like, I'll be able to like take pictures before, during, and after sometimes. And like if I'm able to, I'll record a small piece of what my favorite song that they have. And then after that, it's like, if that's my favorite, I can record it and I'll be done. But the rest of the time, I'll pay attention. It's like you have to pick and choose like what you want your most important moment to be. Okay, the last question about tech is, do you ever find yourself choosing to be on your phone instead of talking to peers, and why do you think this is? Does anybody want to start us off?
Yeah, I guess I could, yeah. I feel like since I'm mostly a shy kid, I mostly find myself choosing my phone instead of talking to my peers because I feel like it takes such a big amount of courage to go up to someone and start a conversation with them, and it's just so nerve-wracking for me. And I do feel like I'm missing out in the moment of just interact with my peers, interact with different people at that moment. But at the same time, I'm kind of like a me person, so I need my alone time for a moment. But I do feel like I need to like branch out of that independent state.
I definitely agree. I feel like it's much easier to like kind of like be on your phone rather than like, I don't know, because talking to people, especially new people, can feel like very risky in a sense. And so like it definitely does take a lot of courage, and it's like much easier to like be on your phone, and like your phone's kind of like a little bit of like a safe space in a way sometimes. I feel like for me personally, like in my school, we're not allowed to have our phones, so you really are forced to like talk to other people. And honestly, I appreciate it, especially like being a senior. Like, I don't know, I formed so many relationships that I don't think I would have formed otherwise. So that's been really nice.
For me, it's like the same thing. Like, I'm not really a people's person. Like, I can talk to people, I'll hang out with friends, but at the end of the day, like, if I had the choice of like being by myself and like being able to sit in my room on my phone, I would choose that. Not because I hate people, of course not, but because like it's hard to connect to people now when you're like, you have certain interests, they have certain interests, and some of them clash. Mainly me. But my main thing is like I like hanging out with my friends because it's like a healthy balance between we can both be on our phones together showing each other stupid videos or like showing off what we're doing, and we can also talk about what we're doing and where we're at the moment and have fun. But personally, it's like talking to other peers can be difficult because you don't really have a connection with them, and if you're not being introduced by somebody, it's like a risk of, will this person like me or will they think I'm weird for coming up to them?
Yeah, and I feel like there's this thing that we might be able to blame it on our phones or technology because let's just say I want to talk to someone and then they're on their phone. So I'm trying to make that first move to interact, but they're like putting that barrier right there. So at that point that we have to like knock the wall down, I guess, and just to like engage a conversation with them. But yeah.
Okay, on the flip side, I do think that it is easier to talk to people online, though, because you're not face-to-face. Like, if anything, you could delete whatever you said to them. So you can risk yourself, you could spare yourself the embarrassment. It's not like, oh, I can't delete it, so I'm so embarrassed. You have the choice. But at the same time, it's like, if you guys, like, are following each other and, like, you know, you're in the area, you can always talk to them online and stage a hangout right after you get to know them online.
So we're going to be transitioning a little bit over into like how social media impacts the youth. So do you guys use social media? And if so, do you think it makes you feel more or less connected to other people?
Okay. This is partially based off what I was saying before, but social media can be a way to connect with other people, but at the same time, you need to know who you're connecting with and if you're okay talking to them and setting boundaries. Because I see this is a problem with a lot of people who are online a lot. They like, oh, I had this person, we started following each other, and now they won't leave me alone. They keep texting me all the time, and it's like, you're online, so at the same time, you can tell them you don't want to text them all the time and that you're not available. But if you're not saying that, you need to understand that you need to set boundaries. You need to be able to connect with people while also not letting them make you uncomfortable.
I feel like connecting with people online feels like, at least like for me, it feels like particularly difficult because I feel like it's hard to like get someone's vibe online, if that makes sense. Like it's very hard to like understand like people's like tone when you're just texting them. And so I feel like I tend to have like a very hard time like understanding like kind of like where a friendship is going online, because like I don't see them face to face, so I don't actually know if like this person's enjoying our conversation or not, you know? And so for me, I feel connecting like online is a little bit more difficult in that sense.
No, yeah, I would totally hear where you're coming from because I text most of my friends on my phone, and the tone is just, you just cannot read it through. I don't know how people do it. Like, what are their intentions? How are they like delivering this if they could say it in person? But that is where it becomes the most difficult for me. But on the social media note, I do use social media, but not that much. So I really don't like to connect with people on social media like that because it is difficult, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like the only people I connect with is the people I already know, and that is easier to have a conversation back and forth with them. So yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of get that. Like, as an artist, I use social media for a lot of my inspiration. Like, I would just sit and scroll on TikTok or Instagram or Pinterest looking for something that, like, oh, I like this. I'm going to try doing a different version of it. But at the same time, it's like, it actually does get exhausting after a while because it's like, it's social media. Like, you're going to see people talking bad about it, talking good about it, and then you're going to just see a range of opinions while it doesn't even relate to what's actually being shown. And it's like, oh, this is so exhausting. So I do spend a lot of time talking to my friends by sending them a lot of stuff off of social media. But at the same time, it's mainly because what people post is not really great, or their opinions are give them a sheltered view. So it's more of a discussion piece, if anything.
Yeah, so we've been talking about how social media, how we are affected by it, but or how it affects us. But my question is, have you guys ever taken a break from social media, and what do you guys learn from it?
I have definitely taken a break from social media. I think, like, for me, social media can tend to feel like I'm like constantly intaking like other people's opinions and like a lot of like information like all the time, and for me that gets like really very overwhelming sometimes. And then so like sometimes I'll just like delete Instagram or delete TikTok, and you know, I kind of have like a week where like, I don't know, like all my thoughts are my own, and all like the information I'm intaking is because like I want to intake it and not because it's kind of like just constantly being presented to me. Yeah, so it definitely makes me feel like more grounded whenever I take that space.
Yeah, for me, I take breaks from social media as more of a like, if I delete it, I'm gonna go back to the app eventually. But it's like, I'm deleting it because I'm just sick and tired of it. So whenever I like off social media, I'm usually drawing or like selling or something. because social media, while it's helpful, it does share a lot of misinformation, which is what gets me mad and encourages my breaks. So whenever I take them, it's more of a step back for me. So it's like you need to collect your thoughts and realize this is online more than anything, because it's like it's social media at the end of the day, so you don't have to engage with it, and having and understanding that can be so helpful.
Talking about breaks, I would be proud to say it's been like a year since I deleted Instagram. So yeah, thank you, thank you. And and I would say the reason I deleted Instagram was mostly because of how attached I was to it. Like I used to like be on it all day during school, finding inspirational videos on it, and I just realized how I'm not really balancing my school life with my how much time I'm spending on Instagram. So it would be like I would forget to do a specific assignment because I'm always strolling up and down on Instagram. So and I did learn that it's good to take a break once in a while to like be free from all those different thoughts like you were saying, and it is good. It feels good.
I think, like, to your point, I feel like on social media, like, time just passes, like, really quickly. Like, I could spend, like, 3 hours on Instagram and, like, not even actually realize it. And then it's, like, 10 at night, and I didn't do my homework, and I don't know how we got there. But, yeah, no, it's actually really crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot, but moving on to this. How does social media affect your lifestyle in ways you're planning to decrease it? Okay, on the flip side, a positive thing. Social media, for me, affects my lifestyle by shedding light to other situations, like what's happening with Gaza and Palestine. So for me, it gives me insight to what they're doing and how they're feeling, and if I can share it to get them help and whatnot, because for me personally, I'm not there and I can't donate money to them. So the least I can do is share it to other people and post it around to let the others know what's happening, just in case somebody can donate money. But a negative thing, social media is like, I hate this term so much, but rage bait. It's like, it's so bad to me because I'll be on social media and then I'll see something that pisses me off because it's not even what people classify as rage bait. It's just harmful. And then you'll see people justifying it by saying, oh, it's a joke, it's a joke. So I'll just get irrationally angry because I'm like, what do you mean it's a joke? You just spat at a homeless person and said it was funny, it's rage bait, it's rage bait. You literally did it. It's not rage bait if you actually went through with the action. But it makes me angry, and it's like, sometimes I just need to realize that some people don't have empathy. And I do. So taking a break from like looking at people or like simply blocking people is so good for me. And like ways I'm planning to like ignore that is like blocking them or getting off of TikTok a lot, or like setting myself on a limit to the point where I'm not mad all the time.
I feel like social media, for me personally, I feel like it affects my lifestyle in the sense that it can kind of be like a way to, I guess, kind of like what I said before, like a way to connect with other people and with like other artists. And I feel like sometimes it can kind of be like a collaboration in a sense, right? And I don't know. I feel like through social media, I've found like a lot of like my favorite and like most like inspirational like artists, and I'm kind of able to like take that and kind of like implement that into my own work. So I feel like it's helpful in that sense, but kind of also to your point, I feel like maybe that's not always like the best, and maybe like my ideas should like truly be my own, and I don't know. So I feel kind of in the middle about it.
Yeah. So the way social media affects my lifestyle is by, I don't know, I kind of use it as a way for me to like calm down and like hide away from the noise I've been experiencing from the world. Just a way for me to like regather myself, if you could say that. Yeah, regather myself, and I don't know. So I don't know if you guys consider this as social media, but I do. TV, television, Netflix. I don't know. So I love watching TV, and it's just a way for me to like forget about everything else and just chill for a moment, take a deep breath, and yeah.
Okay, moving on to our last section, AI and the future. First question is, what is AI's relationship to art? Me, personally, I hate AI. I despise it in all factors. I find people, like friends, peers, mentors, a lot of people who use AI as a crutch are so aggravating to me because, for one, you're talking to ChatGPT about how to ask a guy out. AI is helping you ask somebody out. Like, are you really about to sit here and show that to me proudly? And it's like, in relation to AI and art, people think that it's not gonna affect them because they're not doing a certain job with like drawing or painting or whatnot. But it's like, if you're in any type of artistry, like photography, sewing, crochet, cooking too, that affects you by AI. Like, one of the worst things that AI has done is taking people's art and it's just recycling it by taking parts and bits and pieces of it and parts of it and just adding it all together with a bunch of other people's arts, essentially stealing it to make quote unquote new art. And because it's made by AI and it's generative AI, because people are asking for certain prompts and to make these things, it's not real art. It's essentially soulless. Because it's stealing from other artists, other people don't really have a good relationship with their art and AI because of it.
Yeah. Sorry. What's that mean? Wrap up. Okay. So. Wrap up.
Yeah. So, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Listening to
Yeah.
our talk about technology. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. One more round of applause for this incredible conversation.